Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Effortlessly Abundant Life. I am so excited. Today's a very special day. Not only it's Monday, but also today at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to start our masterclass, our free masterclass, Abundance Reset. This is such a unique experience, and I hate when I sign up, let's say for free challenges or freebies or just free masterclass, and you're just sitting there for a whole hour and you understand, and you get more knowledge and you get more stories, but then you come out of there more confused and then they sell you something, right? I just don't like that. I really want you to come out of this masterclass as if you just hit the reset button and you feel and you in your body, there is a shift. Because if you feel right now that you are putting the hard work, you're working long hours, you are doing all the things you're quote unquote supposed to do in terms of sales, in terms of promoting your business or whatever you guys are working for, or just in general with money, you feel that no matter what you do, it's just not happening. And you feel you're in this hamster wheel, keeps spinning and spinning, and you're doing and you're doing, and you're quote unquote busy, but nothing really comes from that. There's no productivity. There's no results coming from your hard work. And there's nothing more frustrating than that. And let me tell you, I've been there, because it's so frustrating when you do all the things you're supposed to do, but yet you don't see the money. The reason is, if you've been following this podcast and you've been listening to me, number one is, what is your signal? What is your state? What is your vibration primarily? If it's lack, if it's not the abundance that you want, you keep attracting lack. You keep attracting some things that maybe you're not even aware of, but they are there. So this experience will help you to just reset, stop that momentum and feeling that you just don't know how to get out of this because you keep getting the same result no matter what you do. So this is going to help you physically, mentally, and emotionally to reset yourself up so you become this clean channel, so you can start attracting all that money and all the wealth and abundance and clients and all the things you truly want. So if you didn't do so, sign up. You're going to get a very it's a kind of journal prompt that is going to help you also prime you so you can really kind of work through the challenge that you're facing right now, but also get the physical kind of experience. And let me tell you, I should be charging for this money because it's that good and it's going to give you immediate results. So less talk, more results. That's what I'm all about. So if you didn't do so, sign up. All the information is in the show notes or in the description bar below. And I can't wait to see you. It's going to be so awesome. And let's dive in to today's topic right after our intro. Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast, where we will dive into the mindset, spirituality, and practical tools to have more of what you want with less effort. I'm your host, Natalia, a mindset shifter, certified life and success coach, and hypnotherapist who is obsessed with making your life feel good from the inside out. So let's dive in today's episode in 3, 2, 1. So today I have such a juicy, good episode for you guys. So when I posted my reel about the money is not a source of your stability, this kind of got viral. I got so many DMs, I got so many comments, likes, shares about this, and I realized that I need to talk to you about it more in depth and really go to the bottom of it and explain to you how you create a source of stability for yourself, aside from your possessions, aside of your money, aside of what your bank account tells how much money you have. This is so, so important. And some of you don't really have a lot, right? You don't have a house yet, or you're not making a certain amount of money that makes you feel that this is, what rich people make, or, you actually have the money, you have the possession, but you still kind of feel trapped. You feel like no matter how much you have, you still need to have more in order to feel satisfied, in order to feel like you can breathe and you can feel stable in your soul. So let me tell you, as you know, and you heard my story, after finishing my college and going into sales, coming from an immigrant family and seeing my parents working really, really hard for their money and working 3 jobs and barely seeing them. I saw my mom, especially my mom. My mom was kind of like, she was the boss lady. She was not in terms of boss lady, but she was one who's in charge of money, believe it or not. And she was saving and saving and saving and saving and barely spending any money. And it's interesting. And no matter how much we quote unquote have, it was never enough. And she always kept working and she always kept saving. And long story short, I kind of find that I adopted that feeling and that kind of perspective on life. And I realized after I got out of college and went to my sales job, after I was teaching and doing kind of things, I thought that my source of stability is going to be money. I made a number in my head, which was 100K, that I thought to myself, if I'm going to have that amount of money in my bank account, I can relax. I don't need to work as hard anymore. I'm good. I have my savings, plus I have something to invest to buy my first property. It's enough for me to feel good. And sure enough, I hit the number, and believe it or not, I was not feeling stable. I felt like, okay, it's nice, but that's what my ego says, right? My expenses got bigger. I want to do more. I need to have more. Now I have this and now I have that. And all these stories we make in our head, and pretty much said to myself, okay, now I need to hit $500,000. And again, once you hit that number, it's again not enough, right? So I understood after kind of being in this rat race and chasing my own tail and feeling there's never enough, I realized like, whoa, 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 whoa. Money is great. Possessions is great, especially after coaching people have a lot of money. Also, people don't have a lot of money. I realized that money is not a factor of your stability, of you, how comfortable you feel, of how actually confident you feel about yourself, about life, about finances. Because how many of you know people who have so much? They have the house, they have maybe another house, they have a boat, they have vacations, they have the schools, they have the degrees, they have all the things, right? They have the money, right? But they are not stable. You can feel the scarcity. You feel that feeling of, what if I lose it all? What if it's not going to be enough? And they feel stuck in whatever they are, because it's like they have all these possessions, so they need to kind of justify paying for it, right? So they work harder, they do more, and it's putting in this kind of like jail. And some people don't have a lot, right? And they also don't feel stable because they feel like, if for them to be stable, they need to have that certain possessions to feel certain, because that's what society tells us. So after seeing it all on both perspective, on my life and my clients and everybody around me, I realized one thing: like anything else in our life, like abundance and like anything else, stability is a state. A state is a feeling, is a vibration. It's an energy that is created within ourselves, that is completely separate from what our external life looks like or have, or what we have or we don't have. And like anything else that I teach you guys and tell you about, your inner state is always going to be reflected with the external circumstances. So if you feel certain about money, you're going to get more proof of how certain you are with money, of how you're stable with money. And when you feel like, oh, I'm not stable with money, what if it's going to run out? You're going to get an unexpected bill. You're going to get a something to pay for, or you lose something. And it's going to prove you and say, hey, you see, you believe that. And this is how your reality is a reflection of that. So when we take, again, our power to ourselves and we realize like, hey, money is way of me of it's another way for me to do more, expend what I do more, have more options. Absolutely. Money is not evil. Money is great, but it's just a tool. It's neutral. But the fact you put on money this kind of like role of, oh, this is my savior. If I have that money, it means I'm safe, I'm good, and it's not true. It is not true. There are so many ways other than that to feel certain and feel safe and feel trust when it comes to money. And it doesn't matter where you are in your abundance journey. This is such an important point to realize and understand that you are not your whatever your bank shows you, whatever your total amount is. You are not your house. You're not your car. You're not your vacations. You're not all these things. You're so much more than that. And you're also not a prisoner of all these things as well. Because again, it's not defined who you really are. You are an infinite soul that came here to expand itself, to came to enjoy all those beautiful things, but not make it who you really are, and not make it seem like this is the sort of your stability. Everything physical that we put our trust, faith, and power is taking the power from ourselves, this is the main lesson that we all need to learn, especially right now. We are, quote unquote, right now in recession. This is the time where so many people are like, oh my God, I got to sell it all, or I got to save it all, or I got to, whatever your relationship with money. But when you understand that you are the source of your stability and your source of what you can create for yourself, and you know, like, hey, I can tap into this feeling any single time. And the more I tap into this feeling, the more my external environment is going to show me all the beautiful things that is a proof of that, an example of that, and show me more of that. No matter how things look like, no matter what the news tell you, no matter what people tell you, no matter what, because you are the world. You are the perceiver of the world. Therefore, you will perceive one thing completely separate from the other person, because you have a completely set of different beliefs and subconscious and values and all the things that make who you really are, that always keep changing and expanding, by the way. So they didn't even bother to put a label of who you are. You are everything and anything you decide you want to be in that specific moment. So think about abundance and money and wealth and all the things that represent that state for you, right? That abundant state as the sun. And the sun is always there, right? It's shining, it's moving, but it's always there. And sometimes we have clouds that blocking the sun, right? These are the things that are your fears, your worries, your anxiousness, your thinking that, oh my God, what if I'm going to lose it all? Or what if it's not enough? And, oh, I got to have more and more and more. And that lack mentality. These are the clouds. They're right here in front of the sun that blocks the sunshine to have you experience the warmth and the beauty and the wealth and the abundance that are already there. But once you start clearing those clouds, the sun is there. And all you need to do is just to receive, right? You're just standing there and you don't need to do much to enjoy what the sun has to do and give you, right? The vitamin D and the nourishment and the warmth and the light. You just stand there and you enjoy it. You bathe and you bask in this beautiful warmth energy. Same thing with abundance. When you take up all these clouds, you take off all these negative emotions and beliefs and thinking and behaviors, you start to see what was always there for you, the abundance. So the way you can tap into that feeling of just relaxing and receiving is reset. And this is why I am so passionate about the masterclass I'm going to teach you, because you can apply to anything in your life. Whenever you feel you are taken by this anxiousness in your soul, and you feel anxiety and you feel worry and you feel just this negative spiral in your heart and your soul and your mind, it just takes over you and you just can't see anything else but that. And it's just has so much momentum in you, right? And there's so much clouds right in front of your face and you just don't know how to get rid of them no matter what you do. This is the tool that I use. And sometimes every single day when I feel that I don't want to move and kind of feed this energy more. And again, you, my dear, have all the power. You are deciding where your energy is going to be focused on, here or there. Are you going to block the sun? Or are you going to receive the sun? This is all up to you. Are you going to open yourself up to wealth and abundance that is already there? And no matter how, no matter how many people are on earth, people are enjoying the same, like the sun is there, right? We don't need to feel like there's not enough sun and we need to share. No, we can all enjoy it. Same thing with abundance. It's infinite. There is more than enough to everybody experience this level of freedom and abundance. But don't put your abundance feeling and stability on the money that you receive or you don't have right now. This is very, very important. I want you to start practicing stability, creating this within yourself, creating this feeling and this understanding that you are taken care of no matter what. And yes, I want you to understand that I am not religious by any means. Trust me, I am actually anti-religious person. I, grew up half Christian, half Jewish. I learned many different religions. There's nothing wrong with the actual, the core of religion, because this is the beauty of it. I just have a problem with what happened to it with the years, with the power that it took, and pretty much adjusting it for whoever was in control needs and not the people's needs, and make them feel like they're never good enough or there is a barrier between you and God, because there's no, you are part of God. You are extension of God. And here, this is where you need to find something bigger than yourself to believe in and trust in. I call it source because it feels more authentic to me. God is kind of a loaded word for me and kind of reminds me of the religion aspect, right? But whatever you want to call it, that source that makes your heart beat right now, that makes you bring air into your lungs right now, that makes your hair grow, that makes all your organs work and function in harmony beautifully and perfectly. This is not you doing it. There's something that is doing it for you, right? This is what we're talking about, that wants the best for you, because you're here. If you are not needed and if you are not supposed to be here, you will not just be here. You are here. Therefore, you're needed. You're worthy. You are, but the fact of you're born into this world right now, you are part of God, an extension of God, and you're needed and you're worthy. And yes, the abundance is part of your birthright. You don't need to do much to enjoy it, because this is a story we kept telling ourselves. It's almost like in religion as well, right? You have to do these laws or you have to do all these practices in order to be worthy in front of God. In my opinion, it's bullshit. You're already born worthy of God's eyes. God loves you regardless. He just loves you. The question is, do you love yourself the way God loves you, unconditionally? Do you love everything around you the same God loves you, unconditionally? And this is the lesson, right? So when I feel that, I feel like it's too much and I can't seem to know the answers. And a lot of times I don't. And I think this world right now that we live in is so crazy and there's so much going on and everything is so fast paced and very intense. It's to really move us out of self and understand, yes, we are powerful, but we are powerful with working with this source, working with something that is bigger than ourselves, that created this planet that we live on, right? And taking this problem, taking this worry, taking this feeling of lack and saying, God, source, I'm giving this to you. Please take care of this for me. I'm choosing to feel and know that I'm stable no matter what. I'm choosing to know and feel that I'm protected and guided right now. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. I have everything I need. I have the water that I need. I have the roof above my head. I have myself. I have water. I have perfect clothes on me. I have everything I need. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. And keep saying it to yourself and really calm down that little child in you that is screaming right now, feeling like he's losing his ground, losing her ground. Because that's what it is. It's our inner child asking for stability. And think about that inner child that you're just shoving another present in their hands so they feel more stable. That's not what they want. They want a hug. They want to be seen. They want to be hugged, and they want to know that everything is okay. And that's what you need to give yourself in this moment. See yourself for what it is. Allow this feeling to come over. If the feeling of worry, allow it to move through you. It's fine. You're not gonna die of it. Even if you are further in your manifestation, in your self development, in your whatever practices you're doing, you're still gonna feel negative emotions. Stop feeling like, when I'm gonna reach a certain point in my development, that's it, I'm done. I'm always gonna be happy. The majority of your life is gonna be way more happy and you feel more freer, but we're still human beings. We're still living a very contrast kind of world, and you're going to feel negative emotions as well. And there's nothing wrong about it. It's just an indicator. Thank God they're there because they're showing you where you need to clear up, where you need to move. It's literally just a tool. And when you're not putting extra charge on it and negative emotions and more stories about it, and you make it more bigger than what it is, just see it for what it is. Feel the feeling, allow it to move through you, and then quiet down, soothe it down by talking to yourself and also letting it to source to handle it for you. And you will see immediate shift. You're going to feel that ease. You're going to feel that I can breathe again. And you need to do it again and again and again and again, because it's just repetition that is required for ourselves to create a new path in our brain and our soul, and it becomes our default. And you're going to see soon enough, you're going to become neutral to money. You don't care. Oh, okay, so I spend an amount, but I really wanted that thing and I spend it and I'm okay. And you don't feel like that's it, the world is going to end. Or you're not going to feel like, okay, I got a certain amount of money and it was just your worth and your stability is not going to be seen or felt through money, right? You see what I'm saying? It's just going to be another beautiful thing you can use, but you're going to become neutral to that. And that is the best place you want to be with abundance and money, because again, there's no stories, there's no charge. Money wants to come in the least way of resistance into your life. So when there's no stories, there's no charge, there's no like icky weird energies going on, it just comes to you. There's no problem. It just comes to you like the sun, right? It just comes to you. You just enjoy it and that's it. It's like saying, oh, the sun It only comes when I run really, really, really fast and I work really, really, really hard for it. And I collect it and I put it in a certain place so I can have more of it. And I can't share it with nobody. I cannot give it to nobody. No, the sun is there. There's always more where it comes from. It's almost like air. It's the same thing. We're not collecting air in jars. We're not thinking, oh my God, I got to hold my breath because if not, I'm going to lose all the money and all the air. No, it doesn't make sense. So think about it this way. And a lot of people saying, trust yourself in order to receive that certain stability. And I agree with that. But I want to tell you that sometimes we don't know what myself is. I sometimes don't have the answers, as I said. And that's why take it something beyond yourself. Take it to something that is bigger than yourself. And that is where faith is so strong and so soothing and so it's just a big hug that is always there for you, no matter what's going on in your life, that you can always tap into. And source of stability is also, and as you know, the strongest tree is not the one that is the biggest or quote unquote the strongest or the thickest. Is actually the one that is the most flexible. So the more you allow yourself to be flexible, to move from those feelings in and out, and you're not just stuck in a certain way, and you're allowing yourself to feel and release, to feel and release, to feel and release, and move to the next and move to the next, you're going to feel that you become stronger. You become more resilient, no matter what's going on around you. Because no matter how much money you lost, or how much money was stolen, or how much money or a thing was taken from you, it doesn't matter. When you understand that you are the source of your abundance, and all you got to do is just tap into it, right? And whatever meant to come to you will come to you. If you lost $100 million, you already know how to make those $100 million. It's not a problem because it's a state. You just got to come back to that state, realign yourself, recreate the emotions, recreate those behaviors of that kind of version of yourself, and everything is just going to come. And that is the secret. You are not going to be a prisoner of your possessions of the money and try to like hold on for dear life. Enjoy it, release it. It's an energy that needs to move in and out. I'm not saying just spend all your money, be responsible, but it's a relationship of give and take. And when you do it with gratitude, when you do it with intention, when you do it with love and openness, it just wants to move from you more and more and more and more. So especially now with the recession and everything that is going on in the world, practice that. And if you didn't join my free masterclass Abundance Reset, go ahead and do it right now. You have nothing to lose, only gain. You're going to have, of course, access to the replay and also journal prompts that you can take with you and apply to anything in your life, wherever you feel you need a reset and need to kind of gather your thoughts, gather your emotions, and hit that reset button so you can feel like you can breathe again. You can feel that ease again in your heart and your chest. And you can start receiving and seeing things differently. This is the secret, guys. So let me know, how did you guys like this episode? If you did like it, please go ahead and rate it and share it on your stories and tag me at Effortlessly Abundant Life on my Instagram. Guys, for those who are sharing and writing and just kind of sharing what was your aha moment, what are the things you liked, you're going to get a free money hypnosis from me, guys, that is going to help you to attract money on repeat with ease. And this is a game changer, guys. So if you would love this, please share. Please let me know if you have any more questions. And I would love to see you in my masterclass tonight. And if not, go ahead, sign up so you can get the replay. And with that, guys, I love you so much. And I'll see you in our next episode. Bye.